All right, I am back after a month or two. I'm gonna do my best to make a quick, short video, but I was lucky enough to get one of the Dragonlord sets that Team Covenant had for sale. So let's crack it open. Let's see which one is the foil. Let's enjoy some art. I've seen one other video online of this set being opened, and the art is really cool. Props to Ed Beard Jr. I'm a fan of some of the stuff from Magic, and there we go, the cover of the Dragonlord set. Let's do it. How does this even open, actually? Does it open like a book, or does it open, do you slide it open? Oh my god, I'm gonna look so crazy. Okay, it opens like a book, yeah. So it's magnetized, wow. So this box would be nice on display on a shelf or something. That's probably what I'm gonna do with it when I'm done with it. So, very nice. Cover, D. What does a D stand for? I don't get it. All right, and the set is, anyway, the foil I know is the last card. So let's go ahead and zoom in, and I'm not gonna turn it over. All right, so there we are. You get a nice zoom in on my fingernails. I'm gonna try to open this carefully. I don't know. Oh geez, that won't be good. All right, let's just go with the old fingernail, tear a hole in the center route. Ugh. Oh, gee, okay. Woo, and we're okay. All right, Dragonlord. Tap, player draw a sight. Before setup, set aside a unique dragon. Once on your turn, if you meet its threshold, you may pay 3 mana to gain its abilities this turn. All right, so let's do this. Let's leave it there. Zoom in a little bit more. Okay, Dragonlord. Next card is the Dragonlord's Lair, a unique site where dragons first took flight. Dragons cast to the site require no threshold and cost 1 less. It's a good look at the art there. Very cool. And next card, Celestis, or Kylestis, Airborne, Voidwalk. Tap, the next dragon you cast to this location costs 0 mana this turn, and the threshold is 1 of every element. So I actually think this guy is a good candidate to get paired with the Dragonlord if you're going to play a Dragonlord deck. I think it'd be fun just to have all the dragons in the game wandering around, but of course we're only 2.5 sets into Sorcery, so more and more dragons need to be printed. And the Dragonlord, if he doesn't get a reprint in the next few years, probably ought to, because I would expect there to be many more dragons printed in this game. Next, Zeraphine Conrule. I'm assuming the X is pronounced as a Z. It is air and fire, 2 of each threshold, and airborne. At the end of your turn, you may choose 3 of your dead minions, banish 2 to return the remaining 1 to hand. So not quite like Death Speaker, but you know, just reanimator type stuff, and just a simple value probably. Maybe somewhere between Death Speaker and Archimago, but on a dragon. It's a unique beast, kindles the life of dragons. Nice. And then you got Draco Corvus, Airborne, Stealth, tap. Teleport to target tap minion to burrow it. So just teleports around the realm, burrowing and killing, you would think killing minions, but can also be a little bit of an extra movement maybe for one of your minions that has burrowing. There's plenty of combos there, I'm sure. Moonsong Talagellum. Airborne, a unique dragon raised by wolves, counts as gray wolves, and has +1 power for each other gray wolves nearby. I love the reference to other mechanics in the game. That's really cool. And really cool on the Dragonlord avatar. You can have the Dragonlord avatar be at the helm of a Grey Wolves deck. So, all kinds of fun stuff. They've really baked a lot of gameplay into just a simple little 13 card set. So that's great. Talam Drag. And Earth is my favorite of the 4 elements, and this guy is a big old ground pounder. Can't be moved by force, so Whirlwind and what is it? Whatever drags a minion to your site, an opposing minion to your site. Anyway, he can't be moved. It goes that it's obvious the way that plays, and he's got +1 power for each adjacent site, so he could be a 10 power beater right there. And then you give him the critical strike or whatever it is. If that's the case, he can hit for 20 in one shot. So that's pretty cool right there. And then you've got a card a lot of people are pretty excited about, the Shrine of the Dragonlord. Genesis, teleport all dragons to here. I don't think that's going to happen a lot, but I guess it could. And this site provides 1 mana and an additional 1 of every threshold. So that's really powerful. The Shrine of the Dragonlord, a unique monument, springs primordial powers. Very cool. And it's on the cover of the box there. Yeah, the Shrine of the Dragonlord. All right. Kairos, the Archivist. I think this is such a clever idea for a card. So a unique automaton turns back time. He costs 7, got a power 3. That right there is not, very interesting. But the Genesis, archive the state of the realm. It's like, what does that even mean? Well, keep reading. Go to Deathrite, return all archived cards to their recorded state. Then banish Kairos. So I guess you just take a picture of the table, and when Kairos dies, you just set everything back to the state that it was in when you took the picture. Except obviously life totals or death door, that all stays the same. So that's that's pretty crazy. I wonder what that does for sites. I'd have to read some discussion on that, or if you know, please feel free to put it in the comments. I'm gonna look that up online eventually. But that's a really clever card design. Props to Eric Scuriosa for coming up with that. Cradle of Ethereum, a unique relic and hope of an ancient race. 2 mana. At any time during your turn, you may look at your next spell, and you may cast dragons from the top of your spell book here for 1 mana less. So I guess that's not one of the most powerful cards in this set, but like I said, if Dragonlord and Celestis, that becomes a pairing in the future, then with more dragons printed into the game, then this will be a better card. So as of now, not a powerhouse. In the future, certainly could be. Who knows? They could do a whole dragon themed set one year. So I wouldn't put it past them. Here is one of the first cards previewed, Adtonitum. 7 mana, 3 air threshold, 6 power. A unique dragon leaves thunder in its wake. Airborne, movement +1. I love both of those terms right there. Whenever Adtonitum stops, she may deal 3 damage to another random unit there. It seems very, very, very good. It seems like when you put Adtonitum on the realm, you can wrap up the game pretty quickly. So it's hard for an opposing avatar to run from you, that's for sure. All right, and then you've got Ignis Rex at 7 mana, 3 fire threshold, 6 power, a unique dragon of purifying flame. Airborne, immune to fire damage. Once on your turn, discard a fire card to deal 3 damage to units at target adjacent location. So that's not too bad. I don't know if there's a lot of combo with discarding fire cards. I guess if you're maybe playing like Death Speaker, or if you're playing Celestis with the other dragon, you might get a combo off with the dragon that returns fire cards to your hand, or minions to your hand. There's all kinds of combos, but it's slow. It's a late game thing, but very, very beautiful art. Very, very beautiful art. I think I just got a glimpse of my foil. All right. And then this is Vatten Draconus. 7 mana, 3 water threshold, 6 power, a unique dragon of worldly deluge. Submerge. At the end of your turn, you may submerge all minions and artifacts here. That seems kind of crazy. That's a killer right there. And water has plenty of power, but I don't think it's known even still yet to be one of the better elements. But submerging all minions and artifacts there, that will usually send them to the cemetery instead of underwater. So pretty big. So let's go and see the foil. And yep, Dragonlord's Lair. A unique site where dragons first took flight. I'm gonna carefully hold this. There we go. Wow. Very beautiful. The foiling on sorcery cards is absolutely incredible. Oh, I'm just always like blown away by this. Dragons cast to this site require no threshold and cost 1 less. So, all right. I will end the video on that. We got our QR code. Scan to find out more. Sure, why not? So we will zoom in on that. And I will say thank you for watching and have a great day.